He looked at me with actual tears in his eyes and he said, "I have never tasted a better ice cream than this one." A couple of months ago, a very good friend of mine, a pretty successful lawyer, gave me a ring out of the blue, and his voice had a sense of urgency. And he said, "Karthik, can you teach me meditation?" So I told him, "Let's do it." And I picked a place, and it was an ice cream cafe, a place that sold organic ice creams. So I got him a scoop of ice cream and I gave him a task. And I told him, "This is your meditation." Both of us would keep our ice creams in front of us. We would take a spoonful of ice cream, put it in our mouth, and take 25 to 30 seconds to allow that single spoon of ice cream to slowly melt in our mouths. We will get our tongues to swirl this ice cream around in the mouth and slowly swallow the ice cream that's melted so that you can experience the ice cream going through your throat, through your alimentary canal, and eventually reaching your stomach. And then to further experience the feeling of the ice cream in the stomach, where it feels a little cold and slowly begins to feel a little warm. Now, my friend looked at me as though I'd gone crazy, but he was game, and he started with what I call ice cream meditation. He took a spoon of ice cream, put it in his mouth, and went through the instructions I gave him. 30 seconds passed, and then he took another piece of this ice cream with a spoon and put it in his mouth again. When he had the third scoop, I saw tears rolling down his eyes. His eyes were still closed because that was part of the instruction, and he was in a deep trance, and he said, "I have never tasted a better ice cream than this one." When he opened his eyes after finishing just one scoop of ice cream, it took him nearly 15 minutes. I told him, maybe this was not the best tasting ice cream you've experienced. This was probably the first time you actually fully experienced your ice cream, not just with your mouth, but with your stomach, your throat, and all your senses and your mind put together. You don't need to go to a cave in order to meditate. You don't need to spend an hour to meditate. All you need to do to meditate is to eat an ice cream mindfully. And that is the essence of meditation. You can do it not just with an ice cream. You can do it when you're reading a book, when you're watching the sunset, when you're playing with your kid. You can also do it when you're having a shower. If you want to experience life, you have to make time for life. If you want to enjoy life, you must take it slow, deliberate, and give every single ounce of attention to what you're doing. And when you do that, your life becomes magical. What you do becomes truly meaningful, and every moment becomes joyful